The Ghost in the Machine. The episode opens not with the case, but with the aftermath of a digital earthquake. We are in Alex Chen's apartment. It's 2 a.m. The blue-white glow of his monitors is the only light. On one screen, his YouTube analytics spin like a slot machine. 358,421 views. 22,187 comments. 47,302 shares. On another, a torrent of notifications. Twitter mentions, Instagram DMs, Reddit tags. A third screen shows a high-resolution mosaic, hundreds of user-submitted versions of the man in the window, each one cleaned, sharpened, or altered. Alex's voice is hoarse from his last live stream. He's scrolling through the hashtag The Vanishing Hour feed. This one, he mumbles, clicking on an image. A user has attempted a facial reconstruction, giving the watcher a stronger jawline, thinner lips. It looks like a police sketch. He gets an email notification. The subject line, "Stop digging." The body is empty. He deletes it, a flicker of unease crossing his face, but it's drowned by a surge of positive comments. "You're doing what the cops can't. Justice for Jessica." His phone buzzes. It's an anonymous Twitter DM from an account created hours ago. No profile picture. The message is a link to a county property database and 3 words, "Check transfer history." The link leads to the parcel map for the utility pad where the watcher stood. Alex clicks through the records. The land was sold to Carter Holdings in 2003 for a token sum of $1 from a defunct family trust called the Bronson Family Land Grant. He leans forward. $1. He cross-references Bronson with the Palms resident database. 1 hit. Arthur Bronson, 82. Status, relocated to specialist memory care facility, October 2023. Alex's brow furrows. Why would a family trust sell prime community land for $1 just before a massive development broke ground? He opens a new document. The title, Connections, Carter Holdings and the Bronson Trust. The sterile fluorescence of a Polk County Sheriff's Office conference room replaces the dark of Alex's apartment. Detective Miller sits across from Alex, a cup of cold coffee between them. The generational and cultural chasm is palpable. "You've caused quite a stir, Mr. Chen," Miller says, his voice flat. He slides a printout of the enhanced man in the window image across the table. "Your jogger." "He's not jogging," Alex says, trying to keep his voice respectful. His posture is static, observational. And the location, he pulls out his laptop, brings up his geotagged map. He's standing on Carter Holdings property, 15 feet off a public path, concealed by landscaping. That's not a coincidence. That's a vantage point. Miller studies the map, a grudging professional respect breaking through his skepticism. It's suggestive, but it's not evidence. It could be a groundskeeper. At 6 a.m., watching a resident's regular walking path? Alex counters. He takes a breath. There's more. The land he's on. It was transferred from a Bronson family trust to Carter Holdings for $1. Arthur Bronson, a resident, was relocated last fall. Doesn't that seem convenient? Miller's eyes narrow. He didn't know about the dollar. He makes a note. "We'll look into it. But Mr. Chin, you need to understand something. The internet is an echo chamber. You get 1 million people staring at a pixel, they'll see a monster. Or a messiah. It doesn't make it real. Let us do our job." "Your job had her pegged as a runaway," Alex says, the words out before he can stop them. The room chills. Miller stands. "The meeting is over. Leave the actual police work to the police." As Alex packs his laptop, defeated, Miller speaks again, quieter. "The video, the audio. We cleaned it up. Isolated a second voice. You were right. It wasn't an accident." He doesn't elaborate, but the admission is a fissure in the wall. While Alex chafes against the system is making a chilling discovery of its own. Detective Miller is at his desk, reviewing the basic background packet on Jessica Reed. Date of birth. Social security number. It's all there, clean. A routine check, a final box to tick. He requests a full federal verification. The report comes back the next morning. Miller reads it once, then again, his blood turning to ice water. He drives to the Reed cottage. Sarah is there, helping Tom sort through Jessica's things for the fundraiser she'll never run. The air is thick with grief. "Sarah, Tom," Miller says, his official demeanor softened. "I need to ask you something strange. Did Jessica ever mention having any issues with her identity? Her social security?" Tom looks baffled. "What? No. Never." Miller takes a deep breath. The social security number Jessica Reed used. It was issued in Ohio in 1965 to a baby girl named Lori Ann Beckett. Sarah nods slowly. "Okay." Lori Ann Beckett, Miller continues, his voice gentle but firm, died of congenital heart failure at 6 months old. In 1965. The silence in the room is absolute. The hum of the refrigerator is deafening. Sarah's face cycles through confusion, denial, and dawning horror. That's impossible. That's my sister. I've known her for 60 years. She had a birth certificate, a life. Tom sits down heavily, staring at his wedding photo on the wall. "Who did I marry, Vince?" Miller has no answer. Jessica Reed, the vibrant heart of the Palms, was a ghost. A beautifully constructed, meticulously maintained fiction. The episode splits, following 2 parallel investigations. Track 1. Alex. Back in his digital war room, he's following the money. He's connected with a true crime blogger specializing in financial fraud. Together, they diagram the Carter Holdings empire, the Palms, 3 other retirement communities, the failed Paradise Sands development, a web of LLCs with names like Sundial Acquisitions and Horizon Management. Money flows in from resident investment funds and disappears into the corporate maze. Alex gets another DM. This one is longer. You're close. Look deeper. 2007. Defense contractor, Granite Forge. Whistleblower case. Witness entered protection. They gave her a new name, but not the name she used. He dives into federal court records from Ohio. Finds it, United States versus Granite Forge Incorporated, a massive overbilling scandal. A junior accountant, Lorraine Marie Miller, provided the key testimony that led to a guilty plea. The case closed in 2007. Lorraine Miller vanished from all public records after that. Track 2. Miller. The detective is on the phone with a contact in the U.S. Marshal Service. The conversation is tense, encrypted. I can't confirm or deny the existence of any protected witness, Vince. I have a dead SSN and a woman who doesn't exist. I'm not asking you to break protocol. I'm telling you my victim might have been one of yours. And someone found her. A long silence on the line. Then the voice lower. If a subject from the Granite Forge case was relocated and her security was compromised, it wouldn't be from our end. The identity is airtight. Unless someone gave her a different new identity. One not in our files. One to use, in the open. The implication hangs in the air. Someone protected Jessica, and then someone else unmade that protection. Miller obtains a court order. Using the fingerprint from Lorraine Miller's federal file, a match to Jessica's, he gains access to a safe deposit box at a bank 30 miles from the Palms, under the name L.M. Miller. He goes alone. In the sterile, quiet booth, he opens the small, metal door. Inside are 3 items. 1. A faded photograph of a younger woman with an older couple. Her parents, perhaps. 2. A small, encrypted USB drive. 3. A simple, leather-bound notebook. Miller opens the notebook. The first page is a list, written in Jessica's neat, looping handwriting. The 7 names. Arthur Bronson, Margaret Cole, Charles Whites. 4 others. Next to each name, a date, and an amount. $250,000. $175,000. $475,000. It's a ledger. A record of ruin. The final entry is different. It's not a name, but a company. Carter Holdings, Paradise Sands Fund. Total. $4.7 million plus. Below it, a note. All liquidated life savings. No land. No permits. Just promises. Miller inserts the USB drive into his laptop. A folder opens, containing audio files named by date. He clicks the most recent one. Jessica's voice fills his headphones. She's whispering, the sound close-mic'd, as if her phone is in her pocket. We hear the clink of glasses, distant chatter, a community event. Jessica's voice, whispering, met with Robert today at the clubhouse. Presented the discrepancies from the Bronson Trust transfer. He smiled. That calm, plastic smile. He said, Lorraine, some mysteries are better left buried. For everyone's sake. A pause. Her breath hitches, just like it did in the live stream. Jessica's voice. He used my real name. Not Jessica. Lorraine. He knows. God, he knows who I really am. The recording ends with a soft, definitive click. Detective Miller sits in the silent bank vault, the truth settling on him like a heavy weight. This wasn't a random crime. It wasn't a midlife crisis. He looks from the ledger of the swindle to the photograph of the lost witness. Jessica Reed wasn't just a victim. She was a threat. And she had been hunted twice in one lifetime, first by a corrupt corporation, and now by the man who built a paradise on stolen dreams. He picks up his phone and calls the station. I need an immediate workup on Robert Carter. And pull everything on a Paradise Sands development fund. We're not looking for a missing persons case anymore. We're looking at a financial homicide.